Hey, it's talking on a block here. I know it has been a minute, but there has been so much stuff going on. Just when you think that politics has a how can I say a a cutoff point, or okay, we have stabilized. No, it has gone full Monty. Okay, I love that intro. Brother Bear, check him out from Pennsylvania on the east coast side of Pennsylvania. Check him out. All right, and please like and subscribe. Help me grow. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please help me get there. All right, Democrats. Democrats' endgame and the Republican leverage. Democrats, I have to say, has done a lot. Done a lot. I mean, to the point to where they have lost whatever, and I'm going to say legitimacy. That makes sense, right? Democrats have gone full Monty of foolishness. Like here, you're turning aboard the ship into healthcare. Now, there was, I think it was Wyoming or Iowa. I don't quite remember which one, but a Republican politician, and I believe he's a congressman. And this been about, what, 5, 6 years ago. And he said, in his district, over the past, what was it, 50 some odd years of Roe versus Wade, that they had lost 88,000 employees, or that babies who could have been employees. And they have gotten to the point to where they are importing people to do the jobs based on what that fight, based on that fight. And now that President Trump, was it under President Trump or Biden, where they overturned it, and everything went absolutely crazy. You have Kamala Harris coming out and saying, we need to aboard the ship. That is what the Democratic people want. If not that, then it's diabetes and high blood pressure pills, and they're paying attention to everyone else but the younger people. And the largest vote that the Democrats had were the Black American vote. And just watching the 2024 election has done a lot. It has done a lot, and it has and it has put the Democrats on defense mode. But however, it put them in a position to where they're like, okay, this was a one-off. A one-off. Black America is going to come back in line, and we're going to bring in the illegals, and we have politicians that are either working on being naturalized citizens, and they hold green cards, and they're running for office, and I'm only speaking for the areas that I know that this to be true. Is it around the entire United States? I don't think so. But the Democrats have been pushing for it all around the United States. Some places, it's not working. But the interesting part is that Black Americans are in the largest areas, the bigger cities like LA. Well, not so much because Latinos have moved in, and there are over 1 million illegal immigrants. Whether if you're Spanish, whether if you're Latino, or whether if you're Eastern European or African or Asian, you basically got it all right there within LA. I'm not even talking about Sacramento. I'm not even talking about the smaller, the places like Louisiana. Now they also have larger places, a large amount of illegals. I'm not talking about people that hold green cards. I'm talking about people that are illegal in this country, to where the Democrats have done a lot to get them to be able to vote, and to have them come to these places to pad the census that would give them more seats in Congress. Oh, this is some stuff. This is some stuff. But if you take a look real quick before I get into the Congressional Black Caucus, right? Now, this right here is what's the 2026, which is coming up very soon, and what the map looks like. And you'll see, let me take this. If you, wait a minute. Now, if you take a look, the entire map, mostly red, and then you have certain places that are blue. Now, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Even though the states are all red, they also have blue, a lot of blue as well, but it's not as prevalent to where it would overturn anything. And as I'm looking, I'm just like, okay, Georgia is mostly red, and then you'll look at Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot of votes. Augusta, Savannah, and I'm only talking about the big cities. I'm not talking about the smaller rural cities, to where you may have maybe 20, 30,000 people that are there, and they're scattered through a big area. To where you have Atlanta, you may have like what 5-6 million people just in that area alone. And please don't quote me on that number. Same as in New York. Now New York City, not New York State, but New York City has about 10, with all the influx of illegal immigrants. And yes, I'm saying illegal. Normally it's illegal aliens, but that upsets people. I don't know why. And when you look on people's alien card or their green card, it says alien number, but hey, it is what it is, right? So you have big clusters, and the interesting part is this: is that they put people from the diaspora, and when I say diaspora, the African diaspora, and also Latinos and Hispanics, they put them in Black American areas, but they don't put them in white areas and white rural areas. And then if they do, it's going to be like the Ukrainians, the Russians, and the white Spaniards or the white Mexicans that pass for white. Very interesting. Like a person like Nick Fuentes. He most definitely would pass in America, but if he were to go to Spain, no, it would be a completely different story. But let's go ahead to, I have a couple of things I want to show. So, couple of things I want to show. Where is it at? All right. So, let me see. So, okay, before I get into that, now, the Democrats have been picking up a fair number of Latinos. And when I say Latinos, I'm going to And then I'm going to get the Congressional Black Caucus. More so of the ones that come here illegally under Joe Biden. And about 30 million people that I have, I'm not sure if it's 30 million people, but I know it's a lot of people that have come in within the past, 5 years. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to place and to get them settled and get them employment. I mean, it's getting pretty rough. Now, along with the people coming in, now you have Trump deporting people. Whether if you agree with deportation or not, just put that aside for now. But let me show you this. And this is fair use, fair use. Okay, fair use. This guy right here is Senator Speaks, and he's going to he's going to say some things that maybe some of us don't know, but fair use.
Trump founder regrets it. This is not what we voted for. Yeah, okay. As an Afro-Latino myself, okay, we about to have a real life conversation about the coonery that happens in the Hispanic community. As a Hispanic myself, let's have this conversation.
I will vote for Donald Trump. ¿Qué?
He said, ¿qué? Yeah.
I ain't no criminal. I ain't no criminal.
Wow. Okay. Now, these are the same people that, voted for Donald Trump because they saw the way that the Democrats were going, even though the Democrats were pro-immigration. But there was the other stuff that they're like, I'm not with that stuff. That right there, they're going way too far to the left to my liking. So let me go ahead and vote for Donald Trump, even though that he is talking about deportation. But they are going to deport the Black Americans. They're going to deport them. Where? Don't know. They need to go. Quite interesting. But let him continue.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. So we've all seen as far as the inhumane ICE immigration crackdown that's going on. They just taking everybody, citizen, illegal immigrant, doesn't matter. They just harassing everybody. Now, one thing I am proud to report on is that there is one person, one brave woman who is in the Republican Party and is standing up against this inhumane treatment of people, bro.
Okay.
Of people. And that her name is Ileana Garcia. Okay. And I just want, what?
Hi, I'm Ileana Garcia, and I founded Latinas for Trump on the premise of how important it was for me to convey to the rest of the world that there are a lot of Latinos and Latinas supporting Donald J. Trump.
Which doesn't make any sense to me. Look, if you are somebody who is Hispanic and you're for your people, your Hispanic people, then why would you vote against the interest of Hispanic people?
I'll tell you why. If you have a party to where in schools, if you send your child to school and they may say, hey, I feel like a girl today. You're stuck with that. You are stuck with that. And you as a parent cannot say anything because then right there is going to be abuse and then your child can be taken away from you. That's the reason why you had a lot of Latinos who came to the Republican side, or shall I, and from my understanding, Politics with Laura does a great job, in my opinion, explaining MAGA. She explained, I should have asked her to bring it up, but she explains that MAGA has nothing to do with the Republican Party. It doesn't. MAGA has everything to do with Trump, just Trump, not the Republican Party. He may be under the umbrella of the Republican Party, but he's not a part, well, outside of the Republican Party. I'll put it like that. So, let me see. So, when you view it from that aspect, then you're able to say, oh, okay, I quite understand it. Now, they have Democrats who are still Democrats, or some people who left the party altogether and went to Republican or went to the Independent, and even Republicans have left and gone to Independent or Democrat, but still follow Trump. So you even have people that have special interest in what financial gains that they're able to get under MAGA. So as long as we understand that, that is some of the stuff that I've learned about the reason why many Latinos started to vote for Trump, stomp for Trump. And even though he made it very clear about deportation, very clear. Now you had, let me see, how can I do this? Okay. Now you had, okay, I thought I had it. Okay, here. Okay, this is not what I wanted to pull up. But here, it says the opposite of what I was saying. But here you have most Latinos say Democrats care about them and work hard for the vote. Far fewer say of the GOP. Now, no. They did have higher numbers, but now Latinos are not a monolith. Or Hispanics, Hispanics are not a monolith at all. And it's very hard to determine how they're going to vote, because most will vote for, you would have a side that would vote for Democrats and Republicans. And also, they're very, very conservative people too. And that's something that people sort of forget. Now, they will vote Democrat until they get their status together. And I'm talking about the ones that come here illegally. I'm not talking about the ones that come here already have everything done. They come in with a green card. They come already have a job lined up, a place, money. Not them. They're going to vote Republican. They're going to vote conservative. But now when your back is against the wall, you're going to vote for the people that are going to best help you until you get yourself straightened out. And then you go and vote Republican. Now you had about 30 million people coming in that are illegal and are not able to vote. And you have the Democratic Party that are doing any and everything to allow them to vote. I mean, Democrats got very, 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 very desperate. Like, now this is interesting. This was, man, oh man. If Jasmine Crockett can crawl under a rock and just say, I'm done. Now she did all her stomping in her district. She basically ignored the black community. She did. And black Americans are just like this. Just like this. If you stomp for us, we will most definitely stomp for you. Jasmine Crockett she did not do her due diligence to work with the black community, to assist the black community. She did everything to cultivate a relationship with the Latino community. And when what is his name? Not Eric. James Tallarico, when he threw his hat in the ring, she did not do very well. She lost. Now, I'm not saying that James Tallarico is going to beat the Republican. I'm not saying that, but Jasmine Crockett has been favored to beat him. And again, Jasmine Crockett did not foster that relationship with the black community. So the black community was like, I'm stepping back. No, you're on your own, Jasmine. Okay. She learned a valuable, not only a valuable lesson, but she also lost her congressional seat. Yeah. Yeah. She and the black, Congressional Black Caucus, not only her, but also him, Al Green. Whenever I think of Al Green, I think of the singer. But he is going back to the 60s, fighting for illegal immigrants, giving health care and tangibles to illegal immigrants, but not do anything for black Americans. Now, they will do everything for the minority group. Now, just keep in mind, black Americans are not minorities. No. Most black Americans are indigenous to this country. Black Indians, or however you want to put it. But that's going to be another video. But the Congressional Black Caucus has done so much to take black Americans for granted, and they paid a heavy price. Now, here, this guy right here, James Clyburn, he has been in Congress for a very long time, but I saw one content creator, and I had to find this. Looking at him, this is too funny. Look like Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks. And there is a family resemblance, in my humble opinion, right? What he does for black Americans is give fish fries and invite Hillary Clinton. And then Hillary Clinton will bring out her hot sauce from her purse. I mean, all the worst stereotypes that can be made about black Americans, that's what they do. Now, again, James Clyburn has not fostered a good relationship with black Americans. Now, he had the baby boomers. He had everybody on lock, his generation on up, that are, leaving us, going to the great beyond. Now he's trying to find a way to connect with Gen X and Millennials and Gen Zs. And Gen X is giving the Congressional Black Caucus the business, as they call it. And they call it the pull-up. And the Democrats are running scared, especially the Congressional Black Caucus. And even Kamala Harris, who is now coming out saying that she is black now. She was Indian, Jamaican, now black, back to being Indian, now she's back to being black. It's not going to work. It isn't going to work. So they are falling apart. Democrats are falling apart, and you have Republicans that are picking up the pieces. And also another thing, the Congressional Black Caucus has people that are not black Americans. They're not. You have Ilhan Omar, Talita Rashid, not AOC. No, I think she may be under the Congressional Hispanic or Latino Caucus, whatever it may be. But you have people of color, of the diaspora, or that looks like African or Caribbean descent, that are in these places and that are saying, okay, I see you're a black American. And black Americans are very accepting people, loving people, and want to connect, want to reach out to people and say, hey, we all can do this together. But that's not what people do. Within these immigrant communities or minority communities, it's very tribal. whether if you are from Africa and you come from Nigeria, you're under the umbrella of the Nigerian umbrella, but then you're broken up into tribes. And you're saying, hey, I'm a Nigerian, but I'm Igbo, or I'm Nigerian, I'm Hausa, or, whatever it may be. And they separate themselves. And even with the Latinos, now they'll come under the Latino umbrella, and then they'll say, hey, I'm Mexican, or I'm El Salvadorian, or I'm Caribbean Latino, or Afro Latino. And that right there is a whole other gamut of stuff. They have something called mejorar la raza, to better the race, meaning to whiten it up and to get rid of the black color. So that's a whole other thing. It's very interesting when you really look at it. And then even outside of the Congress, you have people like, oh my goodness, Seriphilus. I'm messing up her name, even her first name, and she's down there in Florida in her district, to where she just got indicted on, oh my goodness, having her hand in the cookie jar, or the FEMA cookie jar, to where $5 million was relieved from the government and put into her company, along with her brother and her and what's his name, Luke, a rapper from Two Live Crew, and they call him Luke Skywalker, or better yet, Uncle Luke. And the two of them are Caribbean, and they're really going at it. Now, here's another interesting thing to throw in here, is that the Congressional Black Caucus, and not only the Congressional Black Caucus, but you also have other what is it called, politicians that are like mayors and governors that are black, like which is Mayor Adams of New York City, the former mayor, who's you think that he's black, but he's not, but he's Jamaican. And then you have the mayor of Chicago. He's also Caribbean as well. Now you have Mandami, who's just, people are screaming now. They're like crying, I need relief. He's trying to turn everything socialist and give everybody free stuff. Now, that's not going to work. And the Republican Party, they are cleaning up votes. And it's being done through President Trump. Now, does he have his faults? Yes. But one thing President Trump does is he puts America first. And it's to the point to where it is so bad that now you have white people who are being upset. They're having their issues. And let me go ahead and give you a brief intro, because this right here, it shocked me. It shocked me. I'm like, whoa, okay. Everybody's getting the business. All Americans are getting the business. All right, this right here is at Walmart. When I saw this, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this is something.
Because I video when I'm in public and I'm shopping.
No, don't take a video. We're not.
Why? I don't care about what you're allowed to do.
No, don't take a video.
Don't tell Americans what to do.
Hey, careful.
I video record.
No, we're not allowed to post in public.
I don't. No, I am in America.
She's taking video from us. She's saying.
Can you back her up? I literally am recording myself looking at jeans and she's running up on me. No, you need to back up. I don't care. Back up.
You can take a game. No.
Watch your mouth. You're allowed to cuss? Watch your mouth. Like literally. No, can
I mean, I gotta say, I'm shocked. I thought that they were rather religious people, to where they were held to a standard that culturally they are not allowed to do. Now, who knew they were allowed to cuss and get in your area and tell you what you can and cannot do in a country that they immigrated to, that the United States have brought them in and allowed them to be free within a country, and they're trying to how can I say, take your freedoms away to make them feel comfortable. And white people are going through this now. They're like, oh no, oh no. But hold on, it gets better.
Well, I guess the more yeah,
I don't care. But in America, we can record in public.
everyone has a
I don't care. Yeah, to record in public. First Amendment. So what? Go back to where you came from.
And did you hear that? Oh no, you can't record because we are Muslim. What does that have to do with anything? You knew you were a Muslim before you came here. I mean, you come to a Christian country and say, no, you can't do this because we're Muslim. Okay, I want to get it to where the lady comes in, and then this lady, she decides to
Let's see
get
if
in.
Walmart's going to stand up. Let's see if Walmart's going to stand up for your
Now you see that
religious
lady
beliefs.
right there?
I can't record myself shopping now.
Can you do yourself?
I was recording myself looking at the clearance, and you ran up on me and told me what to do.
You see that
That was
lady?
very weird. Why did you just park right here?
Right.
Are you just butting in? Another American, right? Yeah, get management over here. This is ridiculous. Don't worry, I won't come back here. They can.
Okay, so let's take it a little further out to where the woman comes. The manager. Is she the manager? No, wait a minute. Oh, she's the manager.
Hi, maybe you're calm. I was standing over here on the clearance rack. I was recording. These two were over here talking, just gossiping, running their mouth. She's seen my camera and came up to me and told me what I can and cannot do and created a big scene. I'm not allowed to record because she's Muslim. I record my interactions in public. I was recording the clearance, and she keeps trying to tell me what I can do. Please remove her from me so I can continue my shopping. I'm going to go over to the beauty section now. I just wanted to check out the clearance racks. I'm not deleting anything. Go back to work.
Please tell her. We're not allowed our family. Look, what
There
is
you
she
go.
doing?
I am recording because you keep bothering me.
Walk away. Yeah, you have to walk away.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Please delete that.
I'm not deleting anything. Go away.
Now I'm going to say something. Now I thought it was only just black Americans getting the business from the immigrant community. No, white people are getting it too. Now there are a specific type of white people who are getting the business, and those are the ones that are like poor like everybody else. But you have let me see. In the Middle East, they are classified as white. Now, after affirmative action, and I'm deviating for a second, so I want to make sure that you know that you understand the interaction. People from the Middle East have white privilege. They are classified as white, not Muslim, not Middle Eastern, and not from their country, but they're classified as white. Now, everyone else from India to China, they are black. Or from Mexico on down in the Caribbean, they used to be white. Now they're no longer white. Now they are classified as black. It's very, 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 very interesting. And it's to the point to where, because black Americans were like, look, no, you have people that are not black Americans and that are checking black and African American does not apply to people that are from Africa. No. They have been calling black Americans African Americans since the 1980s when Jesse Jackson said, hey, black Americans. Yeah, you're black American. And we're like, no, we're not. And all of that went on official government documents. So you could check black, well, not even check it, but check black/African American. Now you have people that can pass for black Americans and check that and get tangibles if you're Nigerian, from Jamaica, from Colombia or Panama or whatever it may be, depending on what tangibles you're trying to get or government resources you are trying to get. And many people come in and take those resources that don't belong to them, but they get it anyway because they check that. It's diabolical, but that's what the Democratic Party has done. And it's really something. It's really interesting. But let me see. There's something else I want to show. Oh, this one I had to show. Now, this right here is what Democrats used to be, but no more. Check this out. Jumping for the Democratic Party. Just jumping. No more. No more. That is not occurring anymore. Right? Let me see what else I want to show. Oh, now this right here. Oh man, okay. Now it is really going down because now, like, you have two types of Latinos. Just let them just fair use. Just listen. This is something.
You took my fucking gun away. We're in Florida. You put my hair. You stupid fucking spick. You piece of shit. I colonized you. You faggot. Fat piece of shit.
Now he's a white Latino. Look, he's a white Latino, calling him a effing piece of crap, and he said, "I colonized you." Just let it go.
I know. Hey, he's good.
And you see, he's a darker Latino.
It was you?
Over there.
I'm not going to forget it. I remember my face.
No te coges al que quieras. No flayé porque, bro, está todo más que bien.
You see? He got some color. Now, him, you would never know as long as he kept his mouth shut. But you would think of him as somebody who's white. But if he goes to Spain, that would be something a little bit different. They're like, no. You got too much color to you.
Así que no te hagas loco.
Entonces, ¿por qué me cogí el pelo?
No te cogí nada del pelo, bro. Nadie. Vos lo que vas a zapar el que quiera, pero déjalo.
Okay. We're gonna leave it.
He's from Spain.
You grab my hair. Little pussy, he wants to fuck me in the butt. Grabs my hair like a little
Okay,
faggot.
wait a minute.
He likes my...
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Let me leave that right there. Let me read. Oh my goodness. But let me see. This is something else I want to show. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting all that. I wasn't. All right, but right here, this is another one. Now, this right here is quite interesting because here the California mayor resigns after, where in California? Resigns after being charged with acting as an illegal agent of China. Now, again, you have people from other countries that are either new citizens or are becoming citizens, and you're able to run for office depending on which level, as long as it's on the state level. And apparently here a California mayor is a state position, political position. And here Elaine Wong has agreed to plead guilty and face up to 10 years in prison. So it's just really something. Oh, here, AOC. Now, let me see. Now, the polls. This is quite interesting how she's leading in the 2028 Democratic polls. Now, this could be a setup. It really could be. But let's hear what she has to say, AOC.
I think that this is such a, I think that this is this is of course a very long-standing policy of the United States, and I think what we are hoping for is that we want to make sure that we never get to that point.
You know, you feel for somebody when they're not ready for a moment.
Yeah.
You really do. World stage. World.
Man, that's embarrassing. She's running for president. And I gotta say, she made Kamala Harris look pretty good. She made her look pretty good. Oh my goodness. J.D. Vance is going to just slobber knock her. All right. So the Congressional Black Caucus, they have lost everything. Now they're screaming, oh my goodness, the Republicans are racist. They're racist. It's all because of them. They're racist. And them being racist is going to make it bad for Black Americans. Black Americans are going to go back to, they're even bringing out our trauma. Oh, it's going to go back to slavery. And then you have immigrants who are saying, yeah, you Black Americans, you're going to be placed on a slave plantation. No, that would never happen. No. Oh, no. That would never, ever happen. However, what they're screaming about is they're losing their jobs. Not that Black Americans are going to suffer. No, they are going to suffer because they did not properly invest in the people that have voted blue no matter who, and did that for a very long time. And now you have the Gen X who are like, no, we're not our parents. We want tangibles. You can give people that come here illegally and then you give them free housing, you give them loans. They don't even have IDs. They don't even have a credit score, but you give them money to get houses. You give them money to, finance them to get food trucks. But then you make Americans, especially Black Americans, jump over all types of hoops just to be able to live. But you give all these people a free ride, government sponsored free ride. But when it comes to Americans, namely Black Americans, we don't even get the dignity of having a little bit of that. Not only that, they do very little, zilch, for veterans. So people are tired. They're tired of what the Democrats are doing, and the Democrats are losing, and the Republicans are gaining leverage. And this is something that they cannot come back and say, hey, I'm sorry. I know you wanted reparations and we gave all that money to Ukraine. We always give money to the real country. They get it every year. And who knows how many trillions of dollars they have, been given. And then, you bring people up here to where they take money out of circulation of the United States and send it to their country. Now, again, I was watching Politics with Laura, and she did an excellent job on, I can't remember the name of the video, but she showed, and she only focused on Honduras. And she said that there was $680 some odd billion leaving the United States every year. And she showed just on Honduras how people that are only in the United States, we're not talking about any other country, but the United States, they're sending $30 million a month to Honduras. And it's over $2 billion a year. And she asked an interesting question. With all that money coming in, why is it still in a disarray? Why? Now, I'm going to take a stab at it. If you don't earn money, if you're not out there working and earning money, you do not respect the money that you have. You don't respect the money that you're given. You just spend it all willy-nilly, and you're just waiting for the next paycheck to come in or the next installment that your family is going to give you. You're not going to college. You're not trying to get a business. You're not trying to add to the economy besides spending. And when other money comes in from other countries and you're taking that money and you're spending it, lowers the value of your peso. But I'm just taking a stab at it. But I thought her perspective was quite interesting, and check her out. But the Congressional Black Caucus is done. It is done, and as they sit there and call the Republicans racist, you might want to take a look at the Democrats, because if you look at the policies what they put in place, and I'm not even going back to the crime bill. You could go even before that. You could even go before that, and anything that was supposed to be positive for Black Americans, it benefited other people, and the Black Americans always got the shortest stick. And just even look at DEI. DEI was to give Black Americans a way to become equals to whites. And the ones who benefited from DEI and even affirmative action were immigrants. And white women got a lot saying that they were a protective class. Well, wait a minute. Wait, you saying white men suppress you? Have you checked out your history, white ladies? Have you? No, you haven't. So you need to take a step back and take the lashing that white men are getting. You need to get it too. Just my thought. But on that note, thank you.